I like living in the woods. I don't know if I don't know. Maybe I'm just not a cutout for the city. A little too much action. I think I like the simpler, quieter life.
It's all right. I'm not a city person really, either, to be honest with you.
There was a point where I was like, it probably would be way more convenient to get around and stuff being more in the city. And then I was like, I think I'm gonna go the complete opposite direction. I'm gonna go the opposite direction.
Yeah, I got my house as like a forever house kind of situation. I'm like, man, if I ever move again, I'm going far away from people.
Far away from people. Genuinely, after the pandemic, I'm like, the further away, the better. Further away, the better. Can you have chickens where you live in the backyard? You know, get a little coop, get some eggs going.
Yeah, you can have chickens. Yeah.
So I was telling Chat the other day, we're saying that you just have to get used to some of your chickens getting snatched from the wildlife, and I'm like, oh, that makes me sad.
Well, I mean, you also gotta be careful of your own dogs too, because like as a kid, we had both dogs and chickens at one time, and the thing is, you make sure like, okay, the dogs must be inside because you would let your chickens out to run around in the yard and have a nice free roam. But if you own both, you kind of have to alternate them.
Okay.
But there's an issue if one of them they accidentally cross over, you know?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah. No good. No good. No.
Yeah, not good. Yeah. I'm curious about chickens. You know, I just, you know, like I wouldn't like eat the chicken. You know, I feel like I would name it, you know, give the if I ever had animals, like I could never have them for, you know, the butchering, because like I would name the animal, he would have a voice. 100% this animal's gonna have a voice. You know, a personality. He's probably either from the south or maybe a northeastern or somebody, you know, like they're gonna have a voice. Maybe like a cow would be like a surfer cow. Nobody expected the cow to be a surfer, but he was a surfer. He kind of broke the odds. Like I could never butcher them because they would be my friends.
Mm-hmm.
They would be best buds. They'd be best buds.
The chickens are great. They're adorable.
Yeah, I really want a llama. I'll settle for an alpaca. I love a good llama.
Alpaca. That's so random, though.
Isn't an alpaca just a smaller llama?
They're different. They're not the same.
Yeah, I was wondering, like,
very much constantly confused to be the same, though.
Are they self-conscious about that? Do you think? Like they don't like being compared to llamas?
I don't think they're aware of it, really.
I don't know. You never know. I don't know. They could be.
No, I don't think so.
I was telling Zuma earlier that I was thinking about beavers, and they must get their tails stepped on a lot. So it's like very in the beaver culture, like very frowned upon to be careless and step on another beaver's tail. Because, you know, like if you're like a cat or something, you like, you know, they get really upset if their tail gets rolled over by a wheelchair. But like a beaver, like there's a lot of mass. So you can imagine that that giant tail is going to get run over all the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's usually in the wilderness where it's not going to get run over all the time.
Yeah, but it's pretty tight inside their dam. Like I can imagine it's pretty close quarters in there. I'm very fascinated with these creatures. Like I feel like I don't know enough about how they like operate the dams and stuff like that.
Dude, have you seen Hoppers?
No, I haven't. I have not seen that yet. I do want to watch that. You gotta
see Hoppers. It's so cute, and it's beavers.
I did see the beavers. I do like beavers. For no other reason, I became a Beavers fan with the Beavers college, just because beavers are cooler, I thought, than ducks. So that's the only reason I became like this quasi beaver fan. Because I was like, okay, the plus is that the duck looks like Donald Duck, but I also think the beaver is cool. They got the cool teeth and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And orange.
Yeah, beavers are cute.
Their colors are orange. College.
Giraffes are awesome.
Giraffes?
Yeah.
Do you have any giraffes in Australia? Did you bring any over or anything?
We got them. We got some in zoos.
Just in zoos, but not out in the wild. I feel like somebody at some point should have released a couple giraffes there. They probably would have thrived.
The problem is when you release an animal that doesn't belong there, there's a risk of it being a pest.
So kind of like Pablo Escobar's hippos in South America.
I don't know the details of that, but I'm gonna say sure. Yeah.
I watched a video. It was probably mostly true. And apparently Pablo had his own like zoo because he was like endlessly rich, but couldn't really do a lot with his money. And so he bought a bunch of hippos and they've kind of like taken over. But then I saw something about them wanting to like get rid of them. And I'm like, oh, they're just out there trying to live their life.
Well, technically kangaroos in Australia, they're pests.
What? No. Okay. All right.
Yeah. We don't want to believe that because kangaroos, oh, so cute, so adorable. No. But no, they're
kangaroos are your national treasure, Pearl.
We love them, yes, but there's far too many of them.
Really? Wait, there's far too many?
I feel like, okay, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure I remember there's a fact out there there's more kangaroos than people in Australia.
I always thought that was like the emus.
Emu?
Did I say that wrong?
Emu.
Emu. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. So, all right. First of all, the kangaroos are my favorite. Okay, how do I explain this? When I need like a pick me up, I have an arsenal of hilarious Australian kangaroo videos that I watch. It always makes me laugh. So hearing that they're pests just hurts my soul. Just hurts.
It hurts my soul too. People like they are. I hate to say it, but they're also on the menu here. I have never had one myself, and I don't really see it. But that is also a thing.
You eat kangaroo?
I don't, but other people do. Yes.
Oh my God. What is happening down there?
I cry.
You're all just a bunch of criminals eating your kangaroos.
We have too many of them.
I had no idea that they were an invasive species. I thought it would be like something you get excited if you see one. He's like hopping and...
Oh, I 100% get excited when I see one, unless I'm in a car, and in which case, no, they can go hop in the other direction.
But but like genuinely, like the kangaroo videos are some of my favorite, especially the newest one where that guy's coming down. He's skydiving and he's coming down on this field and he lands, he turns around and his kangaroo just comes out of the bush just wanting to beat him up. And it's like, why are you so mad, bro? And then there's the classic where that one's like headlocked the dog and then he just decks the kangaroo and the kangaroo is like, fine, I'll leave. It's just, people are like, oh, you hurt the kangaroo. I was like, dude, that kangaroo just had a bruised ego and then it left. He was fine. Yeah,
they're tough critters, honestly. They're big boys.
Oh,
you don't want to walk up to a wild one.
Oh, they're beef castles. Like, look at those muscles on those things.
You constantly look at kangaroo muscles, or the normal thing.
I mean, it's impressive. Like, look how strong those guys are. They could pick up a car. It looks like. Now,
they'd be strong boys.
I feel like this doesn't happen anymore in Australia. I can imagine, but I bet back in the day when things were a little bit more convict-y, you know how you guys were all criminals. You guys,
totally was alive at that time. Continue.
I bet there was kangaroo boxing.
I don't know, dude.
I bet there was.
Like even you can't control kangaroos. Like they will knock you out and put you in a hospital in a heartbeat.
I bet there was some burly fellas that tangoed with them.
They probably died. They probably died. Didn't really live past.
I think they still do alligator wrestling down in Florida. Like, I'm almost positive they still do that.
That's Florida, though. Let's be honest.
It's been a while since I've been to Florida, but I do remember a sign on the side of the road, and it was like alligator wrestling.
What the heck?
We also drove by Monkey World, and all my brothers, we were always like fascinated by monkeys. Like, we always knew you can't have a monkey, but it was always kind of like a dream. Like, what if we did have a monkey? How cool would that be? And then my mom was like, those aren't pets, those are wild animals. And we were like, let's just think how cool it would be. And we drove by like a giant building. It was called Monkey World. My dad wouldn't stop. We were all really sad.
You really wanted to stop, didn't you, Scar?
I wanted to stop and see what Monkey World was. How cool would Monkey World be?
You can always go and visit it nowadays, right?
It's probably not around anymore. But yeah, it was Monkey World. And it's like, well, what was in there? Like, what was in there?
Monkeys.
Yeah, I always wondered what Monkey World was. Like, it had to have been like just a bunch of like,
Hey,
it was probably like some kind of miniature zoo dedicated to just monkeys and stuff.
It probably was. It was honestly, they probably had monkey themed playgrounds, monkey themed.
They probably weren't nice to the monkeys, and then it would have made me sad. That's probably how that would have went.
Yeah, probably.
They probably shouldn't have had the monkeys, and they probably weren't very nice to the monkeys. So probably better that we just kept on going.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a sanctuary. It's Florida. No, for real. There's a lot of sanctuaries in Florida. My aunt was involved in a lot of manatee and turtle and all those rescue things. Like there's a lot of like actual. I joke about Florida, but there's good people like my aunt who always saved all the manatees. People running them over with the props, chopping them up. So sad.
Oh my gosh.
Poor little fellas just trying to get by.
Came into this conversation at a very weird time.
What was that, Cub? Sorry?
I came into this conversation at a very weird time.
Have you ever seen a manatee, Cub?
Not in person. Well, I mean, in zoos and stuff, but not like in the wild.
It just looks like a giant rock just hanging out there, and then it turns around and it's like, ruh, ruh, ruh. Yeah, they're really cool. They're really cool animals.
They got those short little snouts on them.
Yeah. And there's definitely a chance that the Monkey World was sketch. Yeah, it probably was. Probably was. My aunt used to do like a bunch of what she used to do. Like she used to go to some of the islands and like when they knew like the turtles were hatching, they would go and try to clear out as much like garbage as possible and do all sorts of stuff so the turtles had a chance to make it.
It's so sad how when a turtle lays eggs, like most of the babies don't actually make it.
Yeah, I think the rules were, I may be completely wrong, but like their rules were that they didn't mess with like nature. They would get rid of any human interference with the turtles. So as long as like, I think that's how that worked. I might be wrong, but it was like anything to do with humans interfering with the turtles that they tried to help and fix.